Hey Gurus, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I want to show you the script that I created after creating all the videos for the disaster recovery setup in SOAR. I found an opportunity to create this script to help speed up the initial configuration of disaster recovery on the SOAR appliances. The script will prompt us for some information to get started, and then it'll go through and install the packages, configure the res file sync user SSH keys, configure the Ansible files for us and encrypt them, and then show us the results. It will not start disaster recovery for us, but it'll get the initial configuration set up for us. So let's get started. So I've already gone through and set up a primary and disaster recovery system. And on the primary system, I've got our script, which is SOAR-DR setup. I've got the optional packages .run file already here. And then within the certs directory are the certificates from the primary system and the DR system. So to start the script, you just run sudo and then the file name. Give it your password. And now it starts for us. And it will prompt us for some information. So first off, it pulls in the IP address from our primary appliance. And then it asks if that's correct. We're going to say yes. If it's not correct, then it'll prompt you to put in the correct IP address for the primary appliance. And then you put in the IP address of your secondary appliance. I believe it's 105. Let's double check. Yep. Now we provide the res admin password so that it can use it throughout the script. Then it prompts what password you'd like to use for your Ansible vault to encrypt the Ansible YAML files. So then it prompts for the Postgres replication user password. This user account gets created when the disaster recovery Ansible playbook gets started. But we provide it during a configuration file, and this will get put into that configuration file. Next, we're going to put in the paths to where the certificate files are. First for the primary, and then for the DR system. And then lastly, it asks what directory the .run file is in for that SOAR optional packages file. And then we hit enter, and then it kicks off, and it goes through, make sure it can talk to both systems, checks the license on both systems, or on the primary, and then it also makes sure that the SOAR version on both systems is the same. Here it is. Now it's going to install Resilient DR. Now we're installing that optional package. And then we're installing lsyncd. Configuring res file sync. Configuring and encrypting the SSH vault files. Configuring the Postgres SSL files, so taking those certs and putting them where they need to be. Then the inventory files are created and encrypted. All right, and now that the script is complete, it spits out the directories where all the configuration files are on both systems to make sure that they are all there. So we can see here on the primary appliance files here in the center that we do have the vault file within group var/all. In the files directory, I do see the SSH vault file, and then in inventories is where we see the primary machine A and B files. And then the same thing on the secondary appliance. vault, SSH vault, in the primary machine files. So that's it. Now disaster recovery is configured on both appliances, and your next step would be to activate the Ansible playbook to start disaster recovery. This script is available on the IR Gurus GitHub page. Feel free to contribute to the script, or if you have any questions or feedback on the script, feel free to comment on the video. Thanks for watching. Until next time.